What changed is not that Japan invented the convenience store. The rest of the world has convenience stores too. The change is that Japan turned the convenience store into a tiny piece of public infrastructure. And that is why, when visitors walk into a 7-Eleven, Lawson, or Family Mart in Tokyo, Osaka, or a small town at midnight, the feeling is not just, this is convenient. The feeling is, wait, why does my country make everyday life harder than this? This matters now because retail everywhere is being squeezed from two sides. On one side, online shopping is winning anything that can wait. On the other side, people are more impatient, more price-sensitive, and more tired than they were 5 years ago. So the store that survives is not just the store with shelves. It is the store that removes friction from a normal day. Japan solved that before the trend became obvious. The first lesson is food. In many countries, convenience store food still carries a quiet warning label in your head. Emergency sandwich. Late-night chips. Something you buy because the better option is closed. In Japan, the convenience store bento, rice ball, salad, dessert, fried chicken, coffee, and seasonal snack are not treated like a last resort. They are treated like part of the food culture. That changes the psychology. When a worker buys dinner after a long shift, or a student grabs breakfast before the train, the store is not saying, sorry, this is all we have. It is saying, here is a decent answer to the next 30 minutes of your life. The second lesson is density. Japanese convenience stores are not built as rare destinations. They are built as nearby options. The magic is not one amazing flagship store. The magic is knowing that almost anywhere you go, a useful answer is a few minutes away. That changes the city. A convenience store becomes a backup plan. Forgot cash? Need an ATM. Need to pay a bill. Need to print a document. Need a restroom in some locations. Need an umbrella because the weather changed. Need a late meal that does not feel like defeat. The store becomes a small safety net. The third lesson is consistency. In many countries, the customer experience changes wildly from one location to another. One store is clean, another is chaotic. One has fresh food, another has half-empty shelves. In Japan, the baseline is higher and more predictable. That predictability is the product. People underestimate this because predictability is not flashy. It does not go viral like a robot cafe or a futuristic vending machine. But predictability is exactly what people want when they are tired. They want the store to work. They want the coffee machine to work. They want the payment to work. They want the item to be where it was last time. The fourth lesson is speed without hostility. Japan's convenience stores move fast, but the speed rarely feels like the customer is being pushed out. The layouts are compact. The best-selling items are obvious. The seasonal displays create a reason to look around, but the daily essentials are still easy to find. The system respects the shopper's time. This is where many Western stores feel behind. They may have bigger buildings, larger parking lots, and more space, but the experience often asks customers to do more work. Walk farther. Choose from Messier shelves. Wait longer. Accept worse food. Use a clunky self-checkout. Hope the thing you need is actually in stock. Japan's model says the future of physical retail is not bigger. It is more useful per square meter. The fifth lesson is that the store keeps changing before people get bored. Seasonal drinks, limited desserts, regional items, character collaborations, upgraded coffee, and new hot snacks create tiny reasons to return. The store becomes part utility and part entertainment. That is the PIPIPIN point. The future often arrives quietly as a habit. Not as a giant announcement. Not as a futuristic building. Just as millions of people choosing the same tiny convenience again and again because it fits their life better. Because every country is about to have the same problem. Cities are expensive. Labor is expensive. Delivery is expensive. Attention is expensive. Customers are tired. A store that only sells products is vulnerable. A store that sells time, reliability, food, payments, and a feeling of "I can handle today" is much harder to replace. This is why Japanese convenience stores make the rest of the world feel behind. They are not perfect, and they are not magic. They are simply designed around the small emergencies and small pleasures of ordinary life. Before this becomes obvious everywhere, watch what the best stores are really doing. They are not trying to be supermarkets. They are not trying to be restaurants. They are not trying to be banks. They are borrowing a little from all of them and compressing it into a place you can understand in 10 seconds. That is the change. Convenience is no longer just location. Convenience is trust. And once customers experience that kind of trust, the old version of convenience starts to feel outdated very fast.